Hello everybody and welcome to day 23 of Move with Annie and Grace. We've reached our final supple spine sequence and this is going to be the peak of all the sequences, incorporating everything we've done before, and hopefully you can feel some progression in the mobility of your spine. Please, as always, take it at your own pace, and if you prefer to stay back at one of the previous weeks, then listen to your body and absolutely do that. For now though, let's begin with our warm-up. Stepping to the head of your mat, aligning the feet in parallel with a slight bend in your knees, lifted through the abdominals and wide through the collarbones. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward over softened knees. Draw the head forward to your legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine to your halfway lift, fingers to floor or shins. Exhale, deepen your fold. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms back up again. Squeeze the gluteals. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, long spine as you hinge forward from the hips, folding down. Inhale, lengthen the spine up into a halfway lift. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhaling down. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, raise it back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Into the full sun salutation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, plant the hands down, step back, high plank. Inhale to hold. Exhale, move forward, down into chaturanga. Please take your knees if you need to. Inhale, untuck your toes, press the chest forward into up dog. Exhale, untuck the toes, press back into downward facing dog. Breathing here, deep and wide, walking out the dog. Pressing the heels back, the hands forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the head of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms high. And exhale, hands to heart center. Same again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold down. Inhale, lengthen, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank position. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, go forward, down into chaturanga. Hug the elbows tight to your waist. Inhale, press the chest forward as you untuck your toes. Open the collarbones. And exhale into downward facing dog. Reach the tailbone up and back. Drive the hands into the mat. Lengthen the spine, pressing the chest towards your legs. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walking to the head of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, deep, deep forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, hinge the body upright. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, moving at your own pace. Inhale, lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank. Inhale, prepare, taking the knees if you need to. Exhale, go forward to go down halfway to chaturanga. Untuck the toes, lift the heart to the ceiling. Exhale, folding into downward facing dog. And breathe. Pressing energetically through the hands and the feet. Find the longest spine possible in the middle and hug the ribs together. On an inhale, we shoot forward into high plank. Exhale, raise the hips up and back, downward facing dog. And again, stacking your shoulders over soft elbows and wrists and reach back. One more, come forward. And we go back. From here, lift the heels up, bend the knees. Now look forward. We're going to jump our feet between our hands like a coiling a spring. Bend the knees deeper. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Jump your feet forward and come take a seat. Bring the feet out in front of you, holding onto the backs of the legs, sitting as tall as possible on your sit bones. As you inhale, imagine someone's pulling your head up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, you curl the tailbone between the legs. You come into a long, long C curve through the spine. Inhale, lengthen back up. Same again, exhale, scoop the tailbone under. Now it's the lower spine that's initiating the movement. The upper spine is reacting to that. Inhale, lengthen. Going a little deeper, reaching the arms forward. Exhale, curl back. Inhale, let's lift the arms high. A little further again if you can. Know that you can always hold your legs if this is feeling too much for your back. And inhale, lift up. 2 more to find the floor. Exhale, curving, rolling through that low spine. Inhale, reach up. And we go all the way down now. Do use your hands onto the floor if you need some assistance. We come all the way down, resting the back of your head onto the mat. Establish your neutral pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine to support the lifting of one leg. Inhale there. Exhale, deepen that abdominal connection and pick the other leg up to join it. Inhale. Exhale, draw the chin to the chest. If you need to leave your head down, know that you can always do that. We draw the right knee towards us. Extend the left leg out. Breathe in. Exhale, let's go. Single leg stretch. 1. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Remembering the other levels you can always move back to if this feels too much. For 4 and 3. Keep pumping those legs. And 2. Straight into double leg stretch. Bring both knees in. Tight, tight ball. Don't let the spine move. We shoot the arms and legs away from each other. Exhale, circle. Find the level that works for you, only as far as that neutral spine can be maintained. And reach. And circle. 2 more. Reach. And circle. 1 more. Stretch. Circle around. Extend the right leg up. Left leg down. Double pulse. Inhale, change. Inhale, change. 3. And change. 4. And change. 5. Remember, the spine, the pelvis does not change from where you've set it. Either with the head down or the head and chest curling up. Pull, pull, change. Pull, pull, change. 4, 2. And 1. Bring the knees in. Extend the legs up. Hands to the back of your head. Pull your head off your spine. And don't be afraid to press the head back. The hands are there to support your neck, so make sure it is. Check that your pelvis doesn't change, the abdominals don't dome, and we inhale to lower the legs. Exhale, pick them up. Inhale, reach those legs long, draw the belly button to the spine, and exhale, pick them up. Only as low as you can, maintaining your pelvic lumbar stability. Pick them up. Twice more. Inhale, reach the toes away, and lift. Last time, reach, and pick them up. Bend the knees tabletop. Extend the right leg out, just like we would in our single leg stretch, and twist towards the left side. Now make sure, lies like a spirit level from one hip to the other, the pelvis doesn't come with you. So that pelvic structure remains the same. We're twisting the ribs and the shoulders. Breathe in. We're going to change to the other side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. You could do this just the upper body. You could rest the feet down on the floor if you want to focus just on that rotational movement of the shoulders, the ribs, and the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Draw the belly button to the spine. Inhale, center. We've got 4. Inhale, in. Up and over, twist. Inhale, in. Let's keep that pelvis still. And center. 1 more. Back to the middle. Hug the knees in. And I hope you're warm resting there. Okay, beginning with our supple spine sequence. Setting the feet down onto the mat opposite your sit bones. Relax the arms down by your sides. Take a deep, wide breath in. And with an exhalation, draw the abdominals in so much that your lower spine begins to imprint to the mat. And then slowly, bone by bone, we begin to raise the pelvis, followed by the vertebra, all the way up into a bridge. Lengthening through the lower back so the pubic bone is tipping up higher than the hip bones. From there, begin to wiggle your shoulder blades towards each other, trying to make a little bridge between the shoulder blades. And if your shoulders allow you to, link the fingers and try and close the palms together. And then move from your sternum, from your heart. Lift your heart to the ceiling, and maybe the rest of the spine reacts. Still trying to have that feeling of looping the tailbone through the legs so the lower spine is lengthening rather than compressing. Inhale here. Exhale, deepen the connection in your abs. Release the arms if they're linked, and then slowly, as we came up, descend vertebra by vertebra, all the way back down, tucking the tail through the legs, so you get that delicious length through your low back, releasing into neutral. From here, inhale and pick one leg followed by the other to tabletop position. If you prefer to leave your feet on the floor, you can absolutely do that as well. Stretch the arms out into a wide T shape. Hug the legs together and then extend them up to the ceiling if your hamstrings allow. Again, you can leave the knees bent. On an inhale, we rotate the spine. Let's take the legs over to the left and really anchor down through your right shoulder. For today, we're going to semicircle the legs down into the middle, just as low as you can without your spine arching. Continue to draw that semicircle with your feet as you come all the way over to a rotation to the right, anchoring down through that left side, and then bring the legs back to the center. Slow motion to the right. Inhale, go over. Have a little check that your ankle bones are at the same height. One leg doesn't appear shorter than the other. Exhale, scoop those abs in as we gently circle the legs through the middle, all the way over to the left. Reach out through the toes, anchor down through the opposite right shoulder, and come back to the center. Hug the knees in, squeeze them tight. Draw the hands to the back of the thighs and draw your forehead towards your knees. Tuck the tailbone under, and we start a little rock and roll here, making sure there's no sudden movements. It's a smooth rolling action just up to the shoulders, never any weight into your neck or your head. Let's do 2 more, and I'd like you to try and end up all the way seated on your sitting bones. Balancing, let's hold it there. Extend the legs out into your teaser. Slow motion, we curl into a ball, draw the chin to the chest, roll back to your shoulders, place your head down very lightly as we reach the legs out straight. Draw the heels towards your seat, find that ball shape, roll up, brakes are on, and then lengthen the spine, the legs out into teaser. We inhale, curl in and lengthen the legs out. Exhale, curl in and lengthen the legs up. Inhale, curl in, lengthen the legs out. And curl in, lengthen the legs up. This one we're going to stay in the rollover. Curl in, hold here. Stay with your legs there and press your arms down by your sides. Now, if your hamstrings are restricting you here, the backs of the thighs feeling tight, just bend your knees. Find somewhere comfy. We inhale. Exhale, start to roll the spine down, dragging your thighs along your chest. Your head is going to remain attached to the mat here. Bone by bone, we lower down. Lengthen through the spine in neutral. Lower the legs as low as your abdominal strength allows you. Inhale, lift the legs to 90 degrees. Exhale, curl the tailbone just like we did in bridge. Peeling the bones one by one. Press down through the arms. Stretch the legs overhead. This time, let's flex the toes. Try and find the floor with the feet. Maybe that's an option, maybe it's not. Doesn't matter. And you start rolling the spine down. Pressing the heels energetically backwards as the tailbone reaches down the mat. Once the tailbone hits, we point the ankles, reach the toes long. Let's take one more rollover. Inhale, lift to 90. Exhale, curl the tail between the legs. We're rolling over all the way. From here, trying to bring the toes down towards the mat, we wiggle the elbows towards each other and then place the hands right to your lower back. We're going to bend the knees. Find that ball shape that we just did in rolling like a ball. And then from there, take a little bit of weight into your hands and we lengthen the legs up to the ceiling. If you have any neck issues, this is not your exercise. Just hug the knees into your chest. We're finding a gentle shoulder stand. We bend the knees back into the chest, drawing the tail through the legs, deepen that curve. Extend the legs back out into our rollover. Press the arms down into the mat. And then slowly again, we drag the legs down the chest. Bone by bone, keep the back of the neck long, the collarbones open. Hug the knees into your chest. And start our little rock and roll up and down again. Let's aim for 2 more to come all the way up to a seated position. Ready? This next one's going to bring you all the way up. And we're there. All right, well done. Crossing the ankles over. And let's come now into our downward dog position. Tucking the toes under, pressing the heels back. We've already done this movement in the warm-up. Now we're going to add a ripple through. Thinking back to that cat-cow movement we've done in previous weeks. Beginning from your tailbone, scoop the abs in and curl the tailbone between the legs. Again, similar movement to what we've just done in the bridging. Round the spine, ripple that curve all the way through your spine until it brings you forward into a high plank. Soft elbows, long spine. From there, lead with your tailbone again. This time it's being pulled up to the ceiling, so we arch that lower back. We drag the chest backwards towards the thighs. And if your spine starts to hunch, bend your knees until you can keep that length in the spine. Once you're there, we same again. Exhale, curl the tailbone. Feel how the abdominals are truly in command of your spine. That's what's moving your spine into flexion. And then we lengthen out. Feel the back muscles begin to engage. And that's what pulls the spine into extension as we ripple back into downward dog. Let's go for one more. Exhale, scoop the tailbone through. Ripple into high plank. And we're going to stay there this time. Step the right foot between your hands. Remember, you can always drop your back knee down. We lengthen the spine up, bringing the hands to your top right thigh. Tuck the tail under, open out through the collarbones. Bring the hands to the heart center. Rotate your spine towards the right side. Hook your left elbow to your outer right thigh. Press the hands firmly together and use that pressure of the hands to rotate the spine into a twist. You have the option, like last week, to open out, stretching. You could also add, with that top right arm, reach it round and try and find your inner, well, maybe not inner, the front of your left leg. Maybe the inner thigh is available to you, it's not available to me. And then reach that right arm back up if you've chosen to do that. Placing the hands either side of your foot, and then spin off your back leg, your back foot, so the outer edge comes parallel to your mat. We bring the right elbow up onto the right thigh and spiral open into our side angle pose, turning the chest to the ceiling. This was week 1. Week 2, we reached that bottom right hand down to the floor. Week 3, the top left hand spiraled through, and now we try and find the inner thigh here. To add on for week 4, we're going to aim for the full bind. Brace your legs like you're dragging your heels towards each other. And that right hand is going to thread underneath. The left hand reaches through, and we try and grip the hands together behind you. Turn the heart to the ceiling. Use that traction of the bind to increase the opening through the spine. And then look down to your front right foot. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Spin off the back foot and arrive into our side plank. So you can either have the underneath left knee down on the mat, the right foot in front of the left foot, or the feet stacked like I'm doing here. And then we create that rainbow shape, lifting the hips up, up, up to the ceiling. Open out the top side of the body. Then return to neutral, a little add-on for week 4. Try and float the top foot off the floor for a balance, lifting as high as you can. And then lower the foot down. Stay strong as we spiral into high plank, and then we step the left foot between the hands. Find length in the spine, lengthen your back leg, hug the abs up, press your hands into the left thigh to lift. Bringing the hands to heart center. Lean forward and take your spiral. Right elbow to outer left knee. Find that traction and twist. Rotating through the waist. Opening out with the arms if you like, maybe adding that little bind left hand to the front of the left thigh and twist out that spine. All about getting traction to open further. Come back to the center, bring the hands either side of your foot, spin off your back leg. So the outside of your right foot is parallel to the short end of your mat. Bring your left elbow up onto your left thigh, and then open the spine into that lovely long side bend, reaching your right arm by your right ear, making sure your front left knee is stacked directly over the ankle. Then we're ready. Progression number 1, left fingers to the floor. Progression number 2, right fingers thread around, find your inner left thigh. Press your hand into your thigh, turn your spine further. Progression number 3, thread that left hand underneath, find the grip. Roll the shoulders open more. Reach from the crown of the head to your tailbone. And then slowly release down. Bringing the hands to the mat, or the right hand to the mat. Spin off that right foot. Find whichever version of side plank you would like to do, either with that underneath right knee down, the left foot in front of the right, or the feet stacked like I'm doing. Lift the left arm, lift the left side of the pelvis up. Create your side bend. Come back to the center. Lock the position in and float the top leg wherever you're working. Try and get that hover, lifting through the underneath side. Lower the foot down. Re-plank. That's a new word I just made up. And then drop your knees down onto the mat. Reach your fingers way forward into our puppy stretch, right up onto the tips of the fingers. Bow your chest down. Now remembering that little ripple through we've done before in plank to downward dog, we're going to do it in puppy stretch. So we're going to curl the tail between the legs, ripple the spine through, curve, 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 and then lead with the tailbone, reach the tailbone back, ripple the extension all the way down. Maybe you can get your chest or your forehead closer to the floor this time. Same again, exhale, curl the tailbone, scoop the abs in, press the chest forward, then reach the tailbone back, 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 bow your chest down, rest your hands and your elbows to the mat, and walk yourself back into a child's pose, stretching backwards, breathing deeply. And you can stay here for as long as you like, allowing your spine to settle. From me though, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely day and your spine is feeling good.